Nigeria's largest refinery just locked in 5 fresh crude cargoes, and this subtle move could transform the country's fuel future overnight. What's unfolding at Dangote Petroleum Refinery? The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has committed to supply the Dangote Refinery with 5 December loading crude oil shipments, according to market sources cited by one Nigerian business outlet. These cargoes include one each of light sweet Aminam, light sweet Bonny Light, medium sweet CJ Blend, medium sweet Forcados, light sweet Qua Iboe, loading in late December, arriving 10 days into January. The allocations follow a months-long pattern. The refinery had also received 5 monthly cargoes each in October and November from NNPCL. According to tracking data, Nigerian crude accounted for a larger share of Dangote's 445,000 barrels per day processed feedstock in October, overtaking U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude imports. Why this is significant? Domestic refining and import substitution. For decades, Nigeria imported most of its petroleum products, despite being a major crude producer. The Dangote Refinery, with capacity around 650,000 barrels per day, is designed to shift that paradigm. The guaranteed supply of Nigerian crude feedstock is essential if the refinery is to hit its full potential. Nigerian crude grades becoming more competitive. The mix of grades, light and medium sweet, signals that the refinery is optimizing for local crude input, which could reduce reliance on expensive imported crudes, especially when freight costs or global disruptions rise. Economic and strategic implications. A reliable domestic feedstock pipeline supports Nigeria's energy security, reduces foreign exchange outflows for fuel imports, and strengthens the downstream sector. Experts at a recent panel described the refinery as a strategic national asset with industrialization potential. What lies behind the numbers? Crude allocation mechanics. According to sources, 2 cargoes are already scheduled, Aminam and Bonny Light, 2 more, CJ Blend and Forcados, 1, Qua Iboe, loading late December, arriving early January. The late arrival of the 5th cargo may impose a short delay, but the overall supply pipeline is much clearer. Processing numbers and import competition. The story notes that in October, Nigerian crude took a larger share of Dangote's feedstock than U.S. imports. This mental shift from must import to feed domestic refinery is an important sign of structural change. Crude for Naira and upstream obligations. The Nigerian government has promoted a Naira for crude arrangement, paying local refiners and other value chain players in Naira rather than dollars, which eases forex pressures. Still, Dangote has previously said supply of local crude remains insufficient to run at full capacity. Challenges and caveats. Feedstock volume versus requirement. While 5 cargoes signal progress, the refinery's capacity, 650,000 barrels per day, requires consistent large volume crude deliveries. One-off shipments do not guarantee full utilization. Timing and logistics. One of the cargoes is due to arrive in January, despite loading in December. Any delay in unloading, pipeline routing, or on-site transfer could impact production schedules. Crude supply reliability. Previously, the refinery had to supplement with imported crude when domestic volumes were insufficient. The upstream production constraints in Nigeria, vandalism, underinvestment, field declines, remain structural risks. Market and regulatory risks. Domestic refining faces regulatory, fiscal, and competitive pressure. While the cargoes are allocated, the real test is whether feedstock deliveries continue uninterrupted, whether pricing is competitive, and whether downstream products reach market effectively. What to watch in the coming weeks, months? Delivery confirmations. Will Dangote report actual unloading and crude tank fill levels? Refinery output data. Do these shipments translate into higher production of petrol, diesel, kerosene, and aviation fuel? Import volume trend. Will fuel import volumes for Nigeria fall measurably as domestic refining ramps up? Pricing and supply stability. Will pump prices respond, Will fuel shortages and queues diminish? Upstream enforcement. Will Nigeria's crude for a refiner policy and domestic crude supply obligation be strengthened, ensuring consistency for local refineries? Why this matters for Nigeria's oil and economic future? This movement is more than just 5 shipments. It's a signal of structural shift toward domestic value addition in Nigeria's oil sector. When Nigeria refines its own crude, it keeps more value within the economy, less import dependency, more job creation, stronger downstream sectors, better forex stability. It strengthens Nigeria's industrialization narrative and helps justify earlier bold statements by Dangote and government that the country can move from import dependence to export capability. Final reflection. The 5 cargoes of Nigerian crude destined for the Dangote Refinery mark a potentially pivotal moment. If these allocations, deliveries, and production milestones hold up, Nigeria may be clearer steps closer to rewriting its energy story, one where the country refines first, imports less, and adds value at home. But ambition must be matched by execution. The legal, logistical, regulatory, and supply chain pieces must align. For Nigerians, the hope is simple: fuel stability, shorter queues, fewer import shocks, and a downstream industry that works for the nation. We're watching a possible paradigm shift in Nigeria's oil sector. The next chapters, unloading, refining, pricing, will tell whether it becomes real.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.